Hey. Happy New Year, everyone. How is everyone? Hey, Peroni. Welcome to Sydney time, real time. Be ya bitch. Now I gotta mute myself. Yay, we didn't have any issues. It is a first. Are we echoing at all? We do have a new setup. Yay! Do I like you guys here, or do I want you to be tilted a bit more? I'm facing a different way, and it's an experience. Hope if I turn my fucking microphone on. Hi everyone. I'm picking up the mirror tomorrow, B. Also, hey Tam, and a quick shout out to everyone because we've already got 10 people in the room. Hello, and welcome. We are going to be doing an announcement a little bit later tonight. But if you're not already, we have a podcast called the Four of Wands podcast. You can find us on YouTube. Please head over there and subscribe. We would like to start utilizing it a little bit more for lives and weekly drops and things like that. So if you haven't already, Four of Wands podcast on the tube, that's where you'll find us. So yeah, we already got 10 people in here. How's Mr. B, you bitch? Oh fuck. I'm gonna drop my phone. I'm just gonna do a quick share out while I got it in here. And share out the live to anyone that you think may be interested in Zodiac stuff and readings. Anyone who I guess we see every now and again too that's not in here. Give them a share. Tell them we're live. Also, how cool is my altar table behind me? Guys don't usually get to see it on camera. Now I'm just going to be staring at it through the camera. One of my altar tables, I should say. Right. We're going to do this. We'll call that the active working table. The active working table. Right. I think we're good. Thank you. Are you a good witch or are you a bad witch? Right. Why, I'm not a witch at all. I'm a bitch. Anyways. No, isn't that from Wizard of Oz? Yeah, but there's also a thing going around at the moment where they change the witch part to a bitch. So, yeah. I haven't seen that yet. Okay. So, hello and welcome in to everyone who is just joining. So we are going to be making an announcement later tonight, just as a heads up. If you haven't already, Four of Wands podcast on the tube, go and give us a subscribe over there. Because we've got to get it to 50 subscribers so that we can start utilizing it a little bit more. It's also going to help those in different time zones as well. So if you haven't already, please head over. Thank you, Kellen. So it's just there in the comments. That's the channel. head over there to give us a follow. Baroni's in real time, Red. And by real time, I mean our time. Yuri looks so serious. Why so serious? Right. The dot is an actual dot.
Yeah, it won't let me do the dot.
Yeah.
I don't know why. So the capital letters are not it. It's an actual dot.
Yeah.
I've got to sneeze.
Bless you.
Thanks. Okay.
Alright. Well, we've got 11 people in here now.
Is there a mullet gift? I love that.
Is there a what?
Mullet gift.
Yeah.
Thanks, Baroni.
Yeah, there is.
Thanks, Kellen.
Thank you for the gifts.
Hey.
Pretty
Welcome
sick
you.
mullet, not gonna lie.
Okay, you gonna kick us off, baby?
Alright, I guess so. So
Love
for those of
you.
you that are in here already tapping, thank you. If you haven't already shared out the live, make sure you do that. And if you haven't already, the dot is actually a full stop on the tube. Go and give us a subscribe because we're going to be making an announcement which will involve that later, as well as a couple of other little bits and pieces. So, of course, I hope that in your quick flyby that work flies by for you, Luke.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll remind Yuri to post this on the tube.
Yes, please do, because I always forget.
Yeah. So
it's like as soon as we finish it and we jump off the live, I'm like, and that's the end of that chapter. Never think about it again.
Right. So first, really? Okay. Fine. Wow. All right. So Spirit want me to do this a little bit differently today.
Mm-hmm.
They want the energy of the cardinals first.
Okay, so cardinal signs, mutables, and
fixed.
Yeah. Cool.
So let's do it in that way. We down for that?
No whackers.
All right. I'm going to change it up a little bit. So cardinal signs first. That's what we're going to do.
Do you want to explain to everyone what cardinals are?
Now I'm going to be testing my memory. Is this why you guys are doing it to me? Probably. Because I always fuck up. I only know the cardinal signs and I can never remember the other ones. So, off the top of my head, that is. So, essentially within your star signs, you've got placements that are either cardinal, mutable, or fixed. So the cardinal signs are going to be done first. Cardinal signs involve Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra. So they're going to be the first four signs that we do today. And then we'll move on to either mutable or fixed, whichever tickles our fancy. Doing good, Kez. How are you? Hey, Brandy. Hey, Lana. Welcome in. For those of you that aren't already aware, please head over to the tube. Give that Four of Wands podcast. It is dot as in a dot. Give that a follow because we are going to be making an announcement which involves that channel real soon. So on that note, you're home and resting. How'd you go? Let's jump into the Cardinals energy for the week ahead. You ready?
You're ready for this?
Usually you got the bangers happening.
I know, but my laptop's in use.
Alright, cardinal energy for the week ahead. So if your sign is Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and it is Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Mars, these may or will apply to you for the week ahead. Alright, let's go. Cardinal sign, please. I'm gonna get you all as well at the same time. Whoop. Please hold. That song's on every day at 2 p.m. How do you know that? That's what I want to know. We're going to kick that off again. Thank you, Kellen. I'm going to have to put you guys to the side, I think. Are you going to be happier there? Are you going to stop being silly?
Tripod?
Nah, it's cool. Alright, let's go. Cardinal signs for the week ahead, please. Oh, okay. Wow. Sorry, cardinal signs, this is gonna be shit.
That's just fucking rude.
Reception's crap.
Happy New Year's, everyone.
Oh, nope, I've lost internet.
You're fine for me, you're back.
Okay. Fair enough. Alright, so the cardinal signs for the week ahead. Control your controllables. You need to start thinking about the future and forward movement. Keep your emotions in check and don't let pride essentially get in your way. All right? Things are going to be feeling very off kilter this week and unbalanced. And a lot of it's going to come down to that pride aspect. So you are going to be challenged this week with letting go of that ego and pride, especially when it comes to, I want to say, your personal life. I'm going to dig in a little bit deeper.
La la. You're frozen for me, baby.
Am I? Back. Okay, I'm back. All right. Okay. So in short, for the cardinal signs this week, a lot of it's going to be to do with reputation is essentially going to be challenged. You're also going to have to put in some more of that hard work and have a bit of patience, which is what things are going to be challenged for you. You may feel as though you're missing opportunities, or there's some sort of, I want to say, fertility is going to be in question for some people, just as an FYI. May not apply to all or some, but what have you, that's the cardinal signs. And a lot of it is because you're not looking at a bigger picture. You're kind of stuck in yourself and unable to move forward because you're repeating negative patterns. I am going to leave with you that you need to challenge your dependency and resisting change, especially when it comes to your pride. So that is my cardinal signs in a nutshell. Good luck this week.
Awesome. Okay. We'll do Aries first. Okay. Spirit, one card for the weekly forecast for my Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars collective. Please and thank you. Thank you. Ooh, interesting.
We do, Peroni. We can always accommodate.
Very interesting energy this week for Aries. It's like, so it's very watery energy, very emotional based. I've got River Styx, I've got Three of Cups, and I've got the Lovers. Hey.
For those
Venus
of you
is
that,
in Pisces.
For those of you that don't know, Yuri's also got the prototype of their deck in hand and is using those for the reading, just as an FYI.
As within, so without's on the bottom. Tradition, ancestors, and wisdom. With the devil on the bottom.
I say we all petition Yuri to hurry up and release this deck.
Have addictions been playing up this week, or will be, in regards to, it could be like family cycles coming up, patterns that you recognized within the family over the last holiday season that need to change. Too much of a good thing can sometimes be a bad thing. It's giving you need to take care of your body this week, my Aries collective. You need to love yourself. Learn to live for you, external of what people tell you you are. That's Aries. Be mindful this week, yeah?
Short, sharp, and to the point.
Okay, Spirit. One card for my Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective for the week ahead. A sore back.
Called out.
Ooh, Cancer. You're on at a crossroads. Unknown direction. Decisions. Okay, with the sun coming out in reverse. Yeah, and Seven of Wands coming out too. It's very much giving something straining your energy, and you need to stand up for yourself. And the decision to stand up for yourself can feel like a daunting one, not necessarily because you're afraid, but because the outcome's unknown. But sometimes you just need to pick a direction and let the cards fall where they may. Because it's draining too much of your energy. Let it drain your energy once you've made the decision. Okay, Spirit. One card for my Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective for the week ahead. Libra, we've got as within, so without as well, but I'm more drawn to that, definitely, that family aspect with Othala. Family planning. What are we planning? With the Emperor on the bottom.
Is that the fertility aspect that came up?
It's giving that.
Right.
With the Magician. Okay. I don't necessarily feel like this is fertility. It could be. It could also just be learning to plan for a future with your family, whoever you consider your family. Remember this week that you are in control of your own life, and the direction that you and the people that you consider your family take is somewhat in your hands. So treat it with respect. Plan accordingly, but don't get in your head. What's on the bottom? Serpent's Field is on the bottom. It's the entitled part that's yelling out to me. Sometimes people feel entitled to our time that aren't necessarily worth our time. So remember that you hold the power in this situation, yeah? Okay. Now for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective. Woohoo! Okay. Capricorn collective, we've got Abracadabra coming out.
Hey, Tiki.
Okay. I feel like my Capricorn collective this week, if you haven't been feeling already, it feels like this immense weight has been lifted and then replaced by another one. It's almost like you found your feet and then it's like, now I have direction and feel like I have purpose in regards to this situation. Now I'm just overwhelmed by the intensity of it, and what it can mean and bring. And this could be like a new fantastic job. It could be you've been renovating your home or whatever and it's starting to make sense. That type of jazz. Something that's been weighing heavy on you is coming to fruition and being replaced by something else. Folly of Humanity's come out too, so just be mindful that asking for help doesn't reduce your pride. It's not a wound to ask for help. Asking for help lessens the load and can also enable new eyes on issues that come.
Also, we are doing things a little bit differently. So we're doing the cardinal signs first. For those of you who aren't already following Kellen, if you could give Kellen a follow. We're also trying to boost them so that they can go live as well. And yeah, thanks.
So we do have the Magician card coming out too. So make magic, yeah. Even though you can do it all by yourself, doesn't mean that you should.
You've been told, Capricorn. You've been told. Also, Silver Lining, I apologize. I've seen you in here so many times. I don't believe I've asked your name. Is there a name you would prefer us to call you?
Over to you, babe.
Thanks. Hey. So yeah, for those of you that are in here, throw Kellen a follow. Also, Joe. Thanks, Joe. I will try and remember that. Joe. For those of you that don't know, on the YouTube, 4 of Wands podcast, make sure that you give us a subscribe over there. It doesn't cost you anything, but we want to start utilizing the platform a little bit more. We need 50 subscribers to be able to get there. So, call you amazing. Nah, you're just Farmer Lisa. That's all that there is to it. All right, so next up we've got, so we've done the cardinal signs, which were Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Now we're moving on to the fixed signs, which are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. So we're going to do that one as a collective now. I'll do the overall energy, and Uriel will break it down. Uriel is also using their prototype deck. That's so Aquarian of you, Brandy. So Aquarian. I hope you know that that just makes you like everyone else. So yeah, fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Yeah, so Yuri's using their own personal deck / prototype to help out with the readings. We will be making the announcement soon, so stay tuned. Okay. Hey, Monica. I'll accept that title. Thanks, Brandy. Alright, fixed signs, please. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius for the week ahead. Hey, Hectic. Okay. Alright, fixed signs. I know it's hard for you guys to do, but you need to surrender this week. That's going to be the theme of the week for the fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Surrender is the theme of the week for you. Some of you are still working through aspects that are coming up that need to be healed. Now's not a time for you to kind of just be gung-ho about things and go guns blazing through certain aspects. It's more about surrendering and speaking up. Confidence seems to be a thing that's waning at the moment for you lot as well because of the healing aspect. Obviously, as things come up for you, that also may create certain triggers. So just be aware of that as you're moving through the week, essentially. But the overall thing is that surrender. What else have we got for you guys? Ooh, okay. So this week's going to be a lot of fear and anxiety. Some of you are going to feel as though there's quite a lot of stress around you as well. That's all they've got for you, is purely, it's going to be a week of anxiety, and it's because of all the healing that comes up for you. Essentially, you need to surrender. Don't go guns blazing about certain aspects, but just really feel what needs to be felt and say what you mean. So that is for the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Over to you, babe.
Okay. Spirit, one card for my Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective for the week ahead, please.
No peels blazing, Abby.
Natura naturans. Nature is nature. Control your controllables.
I'm waiting for the warning.
I'm very much drawn to the feet aspect of actually putting your feet into the earth. Venus is being mentioned here too, which is in Pisces at the moment.
I wouldn't freak out. Also, Hectic, we're doing it differently this week. We did the cardinals first, now we're doing fixed. And then we'll do mutable.
Fall from Grace is also on the bottom, which is about being outcasted, exiled, and ruins. But it's that fall from, like the Tower card. It's the fall from that tower, and learning to rebuild from the ruins. Me being drawn to the feet aspect makes me think that you have to start from the bottom up. There's no shortcuts. And you have to go through. It's not something that you can fight. Nature is nature and will do as such. Nature awoken as well. So very much get out into nature, Taurus, this week, yeah. Nature awoken. Subconscious secrets and shadows. I'm very much drawn to the belladonna aspect of this card, which is a plant that's ruled by Venus as well. And if you haven't done some Venus intention, so like Venus rules over, in abbreviation, love, how you receive love, how you give love, and fortune, so like money and wealth and that type of stuff. So potentially look at doing some self-love magic this week, yeah? Be kind to yourself. Something big has happened over the last coming months or will happen this week that's quite big. And it's about staying grounded as your nature awakens. Started from the bottom, now we're here. You triggered mine too, there you go. Nature is nature.
That's right.
Is very much what I'm drawn for Taurus collective this week. Okay, so who am I doing next? Let's do Scorpios.
Right,
you do one card for my Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective for the week ahead. Thank you. Fabrics of Fortune. Interesting. Luck, free will, and fate. With So Mote It Be. Ooh, my Scorpios. I really like this. One card, please. Awesome. Okay. Look, the explanatory card came out as 10 of Wands. So at some point this week, burdens will feel like they're weighing heavy. However, there is rewards at the end of this. And those rewards can come in the form of acceptance of the situation, which is freeing, or it could lead to luck, a reward for said overcoming said hurdles and burdens. So it feels like a very lucky week for my Scorpio collective. It feels like it could be heavy in some aspects, but through that hard work and labor, beautiful things are born. Okay, Spirit, one card for my Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective for the week ahead.
17 of you in here eagerly awaiting the announcements.
Okay. Leo, we've got Harbinger of Chaos and Born of Ashes. I feel like my Leos have gotten their spunk back. At some point this week, you'll get your spunk back. The chaos that you've been, or even the nothingness that you've been feeling this last period of time, will start to wane as you reignite your inner Leo strength and build something beautiful and great with direction and purpose. There's lots of, it feels like there's Saturnian energy influencing my Leo collective at the moment. I know Saturn's in Pisces, so it wouldn't be influencing the fixed signs, but it feels like that type of energy that rewards for hard labor, the perseverance and the rewards that are reaped after that. Oh no, crack. Yeah, well, it's very much giving the chaos is building you like a phoenix. Even though it sounds cliche to say, but it's like that type of energy. It's like you've been squashed down and then finally you're like, no, fuck this. I'm actually amazing and fuck you and fuck this situation and I'm going to build.
Right.
Okay, Spirit. One card for my Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective for the week ahead. Ooh. So we've got Death Becomes Us for my Aquarius collective. Completion, growth, and dusk. With Noctum Heka on the bottom. Magic, skill, and forbidden. What hidden knowledges are we after and seeking, my Aquarius collective? Ooh, Queen of Swords energy. Very transformative, very sharp of mind with Wheel of Fortune coming out too.
I can't pronounce that, Brandy, so I'll leave it to Yuri.
About to go into the cliff off. Enjoy. Yeah, it's very... Yeah. Needed for your transformations. It's very magic orientated. So if you're an Aquarius placement listening to this and you don't practice magic, I would highly recommend utilizing the energy of whatever this week is to do some. I'm very much drawn to the Unsul's rune, which is all about like finding knowledge in peculiar places, knowledge that's quite profound to whatever situation you're going through, and gaining insight. There's lots of signs around for my Aquarius collective. Pay attention to the color purple. I know I'm wearing purple, but pay attention to the color purple this week.
No cheeky.
Yeah, it's very ancient wisdoms coming out. Very intriguing. Death becomes us too. It's almost like that acceptance that everything has an ending and you may as well look good doing it. But anyway, that was cool. Okay, over to you, babe.
Alright, next up we've got the mutable signs. So that leaves the last four: Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Why is it unfaltering your lives so full on? Aww, cheeky.
I caught another fly.
Did you?
Mr. Miyagi.
Right? Alright, let's go mutable. So the last four: Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Alright. Right, Mandy?
Pondering the Aquarius energy more, it's almost like that energy of unalive the person that you were before. Oh, thanks.
No.
Because they were boring and lame, and become who you want to be.
Alright. Alright, mutable signs. You're holding on to some shit this week. It's basically there's a lot of negativity that needs to be released, and you're holding on to a lot of it. With some aspects, you will be tested in how committed you are to certain causes, certain aspects of your life. But you also just need to take some time to really breathe out. It's almost like you can't see the finish line. You're standing in your own way, so to speak, because you're refusing to see something that you're holding or harboring. Can I get some more info, please? Okay. Okay, you need to find your motivation again. There's a lack of independence, essentially, and for some of you, you need to rein in that spending. The holiday season's over. Settle down a little bit, okay? But yeah, for some of you, it's some reckless spending that needs to be brought into perspective again, and for others, you need to refine motivation. That's going to help you get out of your own head, essentially, and find your feet. That's the mutables. Over to you.
Awesome. Okay, we'll start with Pisces first. Okay, Spirit. One card for my Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective for the week ahead, please. Whoop, that flew out. Libra of Judgment. Justice, equality, truth. What is weighing on your heart, that my Pisces collective, that you feel guilty for? Need to release it. Very much drawn to the Ma'at aspect of this card, where in the afterlife she weighs your heart against one of her feathers, and if your heart is heavier than the feather, no matter the atrocities you've committed, no matter how big or small, if you're holding enough guilt and it weighs more than the feather, you don't gain access to the afterlife. So what are you holding on to that you need to work through? Ecstasis came out too, which is about indulgence, pleasure, and obsession, something that you've been obsessing over to the point where it's become a habit. It's time to let go. Time to either speak it out to someone, the person, the people, a professional friend, but it's time to stop harboring the guilt over whatever this is. It's not serving you or the purpose that you think it is. Guilt is a form of punishment and suffering, and it's time to let go and move on this week. Howdy.
Or Gowdy. Gowdy.
Okay, Spirit. One card for my Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective for the week ahead, please. Woohoo! Tempest. Air, neck, sword. As above, so below.
I feel like Mandy's about to get personally attacked once again. And then, yeah.
Okay. It's almost like the chaos. I know the planetary alignment's coming in on the 26th of January. And it's almost like that chaos of so many energies looking at us as if we're on a stage show, and coming into alignment is like that chaos above is being reflected below within my Sagittarius collective of that tempers tempest in rage. I'm very much drawn to the sword aspect of this, which is that sharp tongue.
Sagittarius.
Needlessly reactive. So a bit of self-reflection this week, my Sag. And the overall outcome being so motor B. The only way through this type of chaotic reactivity is acceptance of the situation and your role in it. And then walking through it.
After that comment, I feel like Mandy just got red to fill.
What?
She goes, I'm holding it in when I want to pop off, and then you said what you just said, and I was like, and that's the end of that chapter. Mic drop.
Okay. Spirit, one card for my... I've done water, I've done fire, air, Gemini. Okay. One card for my Gemini collective. And look, sometimes acceptance of the situation means speaking your truth and standing firm in your boundaries, but not being a cunt about it. So Gemini, we have folly of humanity, pride, risk, and consequences. With Tempest. And Whispers of Eidolon too. Okay, so Gemini, short and sweet this week, honestly. Be mindful of pride and needless risks. It's very much risks that's pointing out here. Also, be mindful of false wisdom is what I'm getting from this. Make sure that your wisdom isn't being preached. I mean, make sure that your pride isn't being preached as wisdom. And yeah, pay attention to your dreams this week, my Gemini collective. With the Emperor coming out, it's very much that dominating energy. My word is law. Which is interesting energy for a mutable sign to be in. To be so rigid, and yet there needs to be more flow, which seems counterintuitive for a mutable sign, which is all flow, typically. Just be mindful, yeah. And pay attention to your dreams. With the Tower card coming out as well. Yeah, which highlights that rigidity that's needing to come to a close. It's almost like, should you not go with the flow, this is where you're going to end up, if you're not there already. But there's definitely something happening with dreams and whispers on the wind.
That was Gemini, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Spirit, one card for my Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective for the week ahead.
I will secretly tell you that I was hoping that we would be at a certain number to make this announcement, and we're almost there.
Okay, Virgo, Nature Awoken. And Fall from Grace. Okay, look, I'm very much drawn to the Black Moon Lilith aspect of this card, which is parts of ourselves that can be like quote unquote toxic interactions of us, how we interact toxically within life, I guess, is like a very abbreviated, condensed version of what it is. It's like where we harbor a lot of our darker subconscious aspects that we try and keep hidden from other people, but are there anyway. And Fall from Grace as well is like Outcast, exiled, ruined. It's giving, just be kind to yourself this week, Virgo, okay? I feel like some aspects of yourself that you have worked through may be re-triggered this week. Yeah, it's giving you need to be kind and gentle to yourself. I just want one more card. Splitting on Morning Shadow, which is grief, pain, and loss. Okay, the fact that we got stuck on milk and honey to me says that Virgos tend to be quite overgiving and very much healing in their energy, but they can do it from a toxic point of view of like self-righteousness at times. It feels like this energy of someone's been taking advantage of you and your kindness, or they will this week, and it's going to rock your boat a bit. You may not have seen it for what it was, or you may not have expected it from this particular person, but it's just giving that energy of be kind to yourself. You've tried to heal them. It's time to let go. Now it's time to focus that beautiful healing energy towards yourself, and nourish your own person. What else? And Golden Hour came out too, which is hope, dawn, and beginning. So even though your world may be rocked or has been rocked quite recently, new beginnings are coming. And I love that the Caduceus, which is the medical healing symbol of Hermes, which is who's ruled by Mercury, is in the center there. So same as Virgo, it's very much that energy of you'll come back to yourself. You will. Just treat yourself with some kindness this week, Virgos. And that's everyone.
Yay! Okay, so announcement time. Drum roll. There you go. So we're quitting TikTok. That's the announcement.
Are we?
Just thought I'd let everyone know.
Fair enough. Yeah, I've turned back to Catholicism. I'm not a witch anymore. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian woman.
I beg your biggest pardon. No, we're not quitting. We're not quitting TikTok. So the whole idea of the Four of Wands podcast, as you know, we want to get that back up and running. Live, laugh, Jesus.
I would love to have that as a tattoo, only under the pretense that it be read as live, laugh, Jesus.
So live, laugh, baby cheeses.
Yeah,
that one. So the whole thing with the podcast, obviously, I know that we've dropped the ball a little bit on that, but we are going to work at building it up. In order to do so with our busy schedules, we are going to hand over the Monday weeklies. We are still going to do them, but it is going to be done on a rotational roster basis. We plan to have that finalized by February, and hopefully we'll be able to do that from the YouTube channel where they can be posted directly. In order for us to go live on the YouTube channel, we need to have 50 subscribers as a minimum. So if you haven't already, jump over there, give that a follow. Look, if you haven't already seen the podcast, it's freaking hilarious. There are 101 one-liners, all from Uriel, that should be on a t-shirt. And yeah, so that's the plan for 2025, so that Uriel can continue with the Patreon, and putting her time and energy into the things that matter the most to her with the small business, and as well as getting the podcast back on track. So with that said, one of the people who thus far has put their hand up is Kellen. So if you haven't already given Kellen a follow, please do so. as they can't go live until they've got 500 followers. So we're going to try as a community to build up their page. So let's do that. If you haven't already, I can't tag them, I can't pin them, but there they are dancing away in the comments. So yeah, give Kellen a follow so that we can get this up and running as well. If you're part of the Discord, messaging will be put in the Discord as well, in terms of the rosters as and all of that sort of stuff as well once we finalize those details. But until February, on Mondays, we still have our lovely faces. And then you'll see us from time to time periodically whilst we get things back under control and up and running again. So we're going to smash 2025 with the day it deserves. I can say don't drive your car listening to the podcast. Tears of laughter are a safety issue. Thank you, Peroni. Red will also be in on it thus far that I know of. We're still working through the logistics and the details. So yeah, watch this space. Announcements will be made. I'm sure somebody's going to be, posting about it or letting you know what's up. But we wanted you guys to hear it from us first. Anything you want to add?
No, not really. I think it's just, last year was a lot. There was a lot that happened, both amazing and shitty. So the podcast was thrown in at a time when the year was calmer for us, and then everything crumbled and rebuilt around it. So the podcast didn't get the love and attention that I wish I could have given it. And that's just about respecting spoons. And in the name of also respecting spoons, that means that Mondays have to give because the podcast is important to us. And something's got to give. So not pausing, but sharing the load of the Zodiac weeklies.
Yeah. Essentially, we're doing what we set out to do, which was create that community. So it's now time to share with the community and build it up from there. So we'll go from there. No, thank you. But yeah, other than that, you heard it here first, folks.
Right? Sometimes I forget that I'm human. I'm like, I can do all of the things. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I'm also a lot of things external of being a witch and the business owner.
So that means that, Yuri can then focus time on getting that prototype deck to where she's happy with it and, can potentially release it for the masses, because I'm sure that there's a few people that are very, very interested in Yuri's personal deck. It is amazing.
I love it. And after playing with it some more, I'm not sure if I want to change the texture of it.
Yeah?
I think it was just because it was so new. It picks up my sticky cookie fingers. But I don't know. It evaporates. I don't know. I'm vibing with it. I just need to change the colors.
When you're happy with it, you'll be happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you're putting more of yourself into it, essentially.
I want it to be a working deck, like one that you can grab while doing spell workings and scry into the images and stuff like that of if you need to add something or whatever.
Yep. So, watch this space. Apart from all the memes that are posted on my page, there'll be load more content. We also have the TikTok page as well for fourofwands.podcast. So if you haven't given that a follow yet, go and give that a follow. If you haven't caught up on the seasons thus far, you've got some time. If you want to educate yourself, or even if you guys have some topic ideas, like by all means, there's details all in the YouTube descriptions, so you can shoot us a message and we'll go from there. So, love you too, Mo.
Love you. Thanks, Abby. Yeah, it was. I don't even know if I'd call it a swallow of pride. It's just. Uriel's is growing far beyond I ever imagined. And gotta respect that. Respect the growth.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll still do ad-lib lives every now and then.
No, we'll be around. We'll be in other people's lives and stuff as well. Just the Monday nights are going to be a little bit of a step back. So, like, we'll still do it, obviously, as well. But, we're just trying to work out schedules and things like that.
Yeah.
So, maybe it might be that you'll see our faces every 3 weeks. If someone's unwell, we might step in on occasion. So
I love that it gives an opportunity to fellow readers to get their faces out into the community too.
Mm-hmm. We'll keep building.
Mm-hmm.
On that note, thank you, everyone.
Thanks all.
We shall see you next week, because we will be here next week.
Mm-hmm. We will be here next week.
Mm-hmm.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
Goodbye.